Hi, I'm Natalie Carante.
And I'm Cooper Runnels, and we are going to be playing the character of Roger in Lord of the Flies.
Hi, I'm Avery Rinke.
And I'm Caleb Timmerman.
And we're playing
Ralph.
Hi, I'm Summer.
I'm Riley Thompson, and we play Simon in Lord of the Flies.
What is unique about this production? I would say it's our two casts.
The two casts, one being the girls' cast and one being the boys' cast.
The directors thought it would be very interesting to explore the differences in this story in regards to gender. Some of the differences we've noticed with this cast, though, has been really interesting because we've noticed that we're very similar. But also, the way that we get into these like mob mentality episodes are different. And that's really interesting, and I think something the audiences will think is interesting as well, especially if you see them like right after another. The reactions that these groups of kids have just based on like the way that they've been raised is so interesting.
Something cool that we did is our characters kind of, they aren't very defined in the book. All we have is them landing on the island, and then there's not really much backstory to work with, so we kind of had a lot of creative freedom to make up our own backstories for our characters that like worked with us.
Simon, he comes from a very neglected childhood. He grew up without a father, very present, and his mom dealt with some alcohol issues. He found a lot of comfort in being by himself, being in nature. He's kind of the outcast from all the other boys. Like, the way that he thinks and imagines and views the world is so different from them.
The boys kind of don't pay attention to Simon a lot or listen to him, even though out of all of the boys there, he probably is thinking the most logically.
Our character is Roger. He's the kid that like sits in the corner constantly and is just never interacting with like anyone else. We've both thought of it as being psychotic and just not attached to your emotions, especially because they are little kids and you can't take the emotions away from a little kid, yet somehow Roger has. And he's not only taken the emotion away, but he's weaponized it for everyone else.
Why do I think this story is important? Yes, it's a story, but it's kind of more of a case study of what humans do when they are alone and what is the possibility of it.
One thing that we've been using for our inspiration for this show, and this script specifically, is this book called Humankind. In it, it explores the concept of humanity being inherently good. And there's a common concept that goes around that humanity is inherently bad, and that's what people talk about all the time, and that's what William Golding, the author of Lord of the Flies, was originally going for when he was writing it. He was trying to make a commentary on how humanity is inherently evil, and this is what happens when societal structures collapse. But this book is claiming is the opposite, and that at heart we are good and we're looking out for each other. It's fear and insecurity that makes us act in these ways, and that's what we're trying to explore. Terrible.
Next question. All right, we're just kidding. It's been actually really fun. It's really nice to have someone kind of just working on the same stuff as you. It actually helps you stay on top of your work a lot more.
It's really cool. I feel like it's been really neat to see to like collaborate on, the character itself and kind of strengthen that, and then naturally see what happens on stage and how they differ. I feel like we never were like, I'm going to do this and then you do that. We both take a character in the same but opposite directions.
So it was cool just discussing the little things and finding the little things and like getting excited about the things we found about him. And I mean, we just compiled so much information and little details together, which was really cool that I probably wouldn't have found it all on my own.